Last year's Western Conference Finals between the Nuggets and Lakers was an absolute bloodbath and one of the least competitive West Finals in recent history, as Murray and Jokic not only beat LA 4-0, but severely outplayed LeBron James and Anthony Davis, who were dubbed the best duo in the NBA. And despite Denver winning this series, I remember pretty vividly all the social media accounts, Instagram, Twitter, especially ESPN and Bleacher Report, they were going above and beyond with Lakers coverage, not focusing on Denver, who was the actual winner of the series. And that's a pretty rare thing to see, that social media outlets focus on the loser and not the winner. Well, unless you're the Lakers and LeBron James, then they do that 24/7. So of course, Nuggets fans, coaches, even the players took offense to that with the over-the-top media coverage of the losing Lakers. And probably the most vocal voice calling out the media was the Nuggets head coach, Mike Malone. And look, he did his fair share of trash talking and chirping. And I think what really struck a nerve was Mike Malone calling out LeBron James for his fake and phony retirement. As LeBron doing that, we called it here on this channel the day it happened. It was a thinly veiled PR stunt to change the narrative and get attention on him. And the fact that Mike Malone called that out in real time, that hurt LeBron James and the Lakers pretty deep. And when it comes to LeBron James over the past decade, anytime he loses, he has these weird excuses, weird PR moves that seem to always backfire. And looking at LeBron's co-star, and some would argue LA's best player, at Media Day Anthony Davis, he was kind of puffing his chest out, talking pretty boldly about Denver and Nikola Jokic. And seeing Anthony Davis talk like this, make these bold predictions, bold proclamations, it kind of is par for the course. But on the court, this dude, still to this point, hasn't taken the keys from a guy who's 39 years old in his 21st season. And I can't take Anthony Davis seriously when for his entire career, he's never played above 75 games, and for the Lakers, never above 65. And the fact that we treat this guy like he's 35, 37 years old, when he's only 30, theoretically should be in his athletic prime. That's pretty embarrassing for Anthony Davis. And how far he's fallen from the 2018, 2019 projections of what he would be now. This guy supposedly was made David Robinson 2.0, the modern day Bill Russell, who wreaked havoc on both ends of the court. But unfortunately for Anthony Davis now, what he's more known for is being injury prone and making promises that he can never keep. And it actually is pretty fascinating. The guy was the first pick in 2012, had all the media hype, all the media fanfare. Somehow now in 2023, is miles worse than the guy who was a second round pick in 2014 and virtually unknown. And looking at last year's West Finals, of course you all know it was a sweep and it was embarrassing. But if you go game by game, looking at Anthony Davis versus Nikola Jokic, it's even worse than you would have thought. As in the first half of Game 1, in only one half, Anthony Davis took the personal challenge of guarding Jokic. And at this point, AD was getting 2020 bubble hype as the best defender in the game. But Jokic in the first half completely dismantled this guy, having 19 points, 16 boards, 7 assists and 2 blocks on 70% shooting. Again, it took one half of basketball for Anthony Davis to get obliterated. And Darvin Ham, rightfully so for the rest of the series, took Anthony Davis off Jokic as a primary defender and had someone like Rui guard him instead. And if you look at the entire series stats for the 4 games, when AD guarded Jokic, here's Nikola's stats. 44 points, 25 assists on 51.5% shooting, and 50% from 3. What the so-called best defender in the world got done to him was absolutely criminal. And that's why all these months later, Anthony Davis, kind of being dismissive of Denver, saying, well, you guys got that one, you won, but we'll be back, we're ready now in 2024 to get you again. Look, this team, Los Angeles, was swept 4-0. And I want to add some context. After beating the defending NBA champion Warriors in the second round, LA's hype to beat Denver was off the charts. That's why losing 4-0 is even more embarrassing. Heck, even the Timberwolves, with Karl Towns and Edwards at least got one game off Denver. If they can do that, why can't AD and LeBron James get at least one game? And like I said earlier, when it comes to media coverage, that Western Conference Finals series was completely imbalanced in LA's favor. And to make a cross-sports comparison, imagine Mike Tyson in his prime knocking out Michael Spinks in 90 seconds, retaining the heavyweight title, but the entire media rushing over to Spinks, who just got annihilated. That's basically the equivalent of what it was in the 2023 West Finals, with the entire media fawning over the Lakers. When a normal series, the actual winner, the victor, they get the spoils and the attention. And that's why for many fans, including myself, the entire Lakers aura, their bubble, they are one of the more annoying teams, annoying fan bases in all of basketball. And Anthony Davis in particular, even for Lakers fans, is particularly frustrating. As at Media Day, he has all these bold proclamations, bold predictions that really never come true. And this guy is saying he's going to play all 82 games. It's one of the more out-of-touch quotes I've ever heard. Number one, he's not going to play that. Number two, it's ludicrous. And number three, it just seems like one of those fake tweet quote accounts that repost things that are meant to be funny. And I'll put it to you guys like this. If you're an NBA bettor, I would bet Rudy Gobert before AD plays all 82 games. I'd bet Rudy breaks Steph Curry's record for the most threes in this season. That's actually more likely than Anthony Davis playing all 82 games. As by early December, he's going to have some sort of nagging injury, heel soreness, a tender elbow, maybe a chipped nail that keeps him out 3 to 4 weeks. So for me personally, I'm done with the AD promises, the tough talk, because last year versus Denver, he got his lunch stolen. And in Game 4 at home, about to be swept, he let Jokic play a 30-point triple-double in a win. And even more pathetic, AD in this game only shot 40% and had his senior season teammate, LeBron James, drop 40 in a desperate attempt not to be swept. Now, looking at the 2024 in the Western Conference, I think most would agree this conference is wide open, but Denver still is a slight favorite over everyone else. And for me personally, if you have Nikola Jokic on your roster, a guy who's never had a bad series, bad playoff run, the conference goes through him from here on out. And I know they lost Bruce Brown, lost some crucial pieces in Jeff Green, but the entire core of this roster, Jokic, Jamal, Aaron Gordon, MPJ, that core four, that's still pretty tough to beat. And if they play a healthy Lakers team in the playoffs, hopefully they do, I'm picking Denver to win that matchup every single day of the week. Because Jokic, unlike Anthony Davis, clocks in for his 9 to 5, doesn't talk trash, just delivers, and walks home with a W. As always, thank you guys for watching, hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.